don't know if I'm doing it right. Good peeps. The struggle has been real. If you're not new here, you know that the fat loss journey, I've been on it for a while now, and I know it all boils down to my eating habits. I am about 45 days out for my first vacation, and I don't want to put so much pressure on myself, and I feel like every time it comes to me preparing for a vacation, that's when I want to get serious. not that I'm not serious like normally. My whole thing is that I want to be able to establish healthy eating habits. Like, my eating habits aren't terrible. I feel like I can either undereat or overeat. I can eat perfectly throughout the week, then the weekend comes, sabotage. So I am trying to build the healthy habits, not just to look good for vacation. I honestly want this to be like the last time, you know? Like, I don't want to keep starting over. I don't want to keep failing. And I think the hardest part is I don't know if I'm doing it right. And that's something that like I've been really trying to determine, because I'm like, I work out every day. Everyone's like 10K steps a day. I do that. Sometimes I surpass that. So it's like, what am I doing wrong? I need to understand. And I'm at the point where it's like, do I need professional help, or can I do this on my own? I still don't know the answer, but this is another week of me just honestly showing you the raw, unfiltered, unedited, what I eat in a day. Don't want to do the fads. Like, I want to find something that is sustainable, where I can eat the foods that I actually enjoy and actually see my body transform into what I'm looking for. I'm not going to knock the progress that I've made. I've come a very long way, but I just know that like my goal is right there, and I really want to accomplish it, really want to meet it. And I know that this story of mine is a story of a lot of women. Like, we're struggling out here in our 30s. Like, it was never this hard for me to get back to like where I wanted to be, or like work out and eat what I want and still look how I wanted to look, you know? But now that I'm in my 30s, it's different. We're in our 30s, it's hitting different. Starting right now, my intent was to do intermittent fasting this week, but I'm hungry. So I'm not gonna sit here for the next, what time is it? Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here for the next 3 hours and starve myself. So let's make a healthy breakfast. This year, I decided to take a step back and look at each habit that was contributing to my tendency to start and stop on my wellness journey. I noticed that my eating habits weren't fitting in with the change in lifestyle and, of course, my age. Goal should always be to create sustainable habits that feel good to you without feeling like you're living a restricted life. The journey can be a bumpy ride, but every day is a chance to get one step closer to your goals. So it's my first meal of the day for breakfast. We have some steak and peppers. I have 1 egg and some egg whites topped with some pico de gallo, and then a side of fresh strawberries and blueberries. I'm trying to increase my berry intake because they say it's very good for fat loss. Currently I'm doing no carbs and no added sugar. Definitely improved on my sweet tooth, like come a long way. I used to, every Friday, I used to have cake and ice cream. Almost every night I would have to have some type of like sweet after dinner. And I moved away from that like major. So I've definitely improved a lot. I just really want to really focus on tracking my meals this week to see where I'm going wrong. And I honestly feel like the weekend is where I'm going wrong, and my carb intake. Something else that I'm being very intentional about when it comes to my fat loss journey is choosing the type of workouts that I actually enjoy. To have a personal trainer, I did Pilates for a minute, I was doing strength training, I currently do walking. I am a pretty active person. My only thing is I like to switch things up. I get bored very quickly, and I noticed that like when I was trying to force myself to like stick with personal training or to stick with Pilates, that I would just go through these periods of times where it's just like, okay, I'm not gonna work out at all because I'm just tired, but I don't want to force myself. And Pilates was actually one of the things that like I actually found true enjoyment with, because the studio that I went to, I was able to mix up my classes. So I was still doing like Pilates, core training, all that stuff, but I was getting like the variety with the classes. I'm actually on my way right now to try another Pilates studio. So I went down a rabbit hole on TikTok and basically found out that like Club Pilates is only like scratches the surface of Pilates, right? So I want to experience the full thing, and I've honestly been thinking about getting my certification too. So right now I'm headed to go to a class at a private Pilates studio. So it's a privately owned Pilates studio. Very excited about that. Hope I love it. I hope it's not too crazy, because the class that I booked is an all levels class. So I hope it's not too crazy. And it's also like, it's definitely going to be different than Club Pilates. That's been my experience.
Yeah, these will go out to the side and then lift. Yes. And then come in. Yes. And 2, 2, 3, 4. Up. In. 2, 3, 4. That's what I wanted. Rest. Bend your knees, bend your elbows. Keep your legs straight. Should be able to get my, there we go. Feel the strength in your body. Good. Think of your stomach and everything pulled in as you lift. Yes, there.
That Pilates class was everything. Like nothing like Club Pilates. And I definitely feel like I'm definitely signing up for a private studio. It's way more intense. I ended up having a private session because no one else was in the class, and it was absolutely amazing. But I left completely drenched, had to change my clothes, and now we're off to extracurricular activities. So I'm eating lunch in the car. I just grabbed a chicken sandwich from this Mediterranean place that I really like. So it's grilled chicken, lettuce, tomato, onion with some Monterey Jack cheese. And yeah, I'm gonna plug it into my FitnessPal to see what the macros are, but I opted not to get the fries just to keep my calorie count down. Dark, but what's up, good peeps? What is up? It is Saturday and I am ripping and running. Ripping and running because the kids have soccer. I have to meal prep because I didn't get that done yesterday, nor did I get my grocery shopping done because I went on a date last night. And that's why I couldn't handle my responsibilities. Anyway, I'm going to grab the kids right now. We're going to head to soccer. I'm actually going to do a grocery pickup because I purposely don't shop in the grocery store on the weekends because everybody named mama be in there, and that's just not my type of crowd. The weekends are the hardest for me. I'm not gonna say the hardest. It's like eating properly. The weekends are like challenging because I'm always on the go. Like this morning, I chose to clean my house instead of make myself breakfast because we have a lot going on. So when I come back home, like I don't want to have to clean. So yeah, because I made that choice, I now have to figure out what I'm going to do when I get hungry. I am doing intuitive eating, which means that first thing when I wake up, I do not eat breakfast like you normally would. I allow my body to tell me like, okay, I'm hungry. So currently I'm not hungry, but I know soon I will be because I'm like running around. And once my body's like, I'm hungry, we're gonna feed her something healthy, of course. The weekends are always the hardest. I didn't even pick up my camera yesterday, and if I picked up my camera, you would have saw that I did not eat the greatest. I fasted until like 2 o'clock unintentionally. Like the goal was to grab something to eat on the way to pick up the kids, but traffic, having to be at soccer games, it all just came too fast. So I ended up drinking a matcha for breakfast from Starbucks, which we know is like full of sugar. But I did get to try the lavender oat milk matcha. It's great, but it just wasn't the greatest for my fitness goals. Lunch, I ended up having strips and fries from DQ. Also, not the greatest option. And then for dinner we had shrimp and chicken Alfredo. Wasn't the worst. Like it wasn't the worst. It was a homemade meal. I did eat more kale salad than I ate pasta, and I got in my protein with the shrimp and the chicken. But overall, like I didn't even put it into my fitness pal, but I know that it probably wasn't even the greatest. So we're gonna do better today. We're gonna do better today. For one, we're gonna make our matcha at home, and all our meals will be high protein. I do have a lot that I need to get done today, so I'm gonna end this video here. I am gonna share my food like for the rest of the day, but I am gonna end this video here because I need to start my next 2 vlogs. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I think I'm going to make this a series where I just document realistically how I am improving my eating habits on my fat loss journey. I think it's one thing to show the meal prep, and then another thing to actually show like real life. Like, am I actually able to keep up with we'll call this my fat loss video diaries, maybe something like that, or like improving my healthy eating after 30s video diaries. I don't know how it will look, how it will all come together, but I think that this is very important to share because I know that I'm not the only one out here struggling. Hopefully you enjoyed this food diary. I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you like, click, subscribe, share with one of your friends. Are you on a fat loss journey? What are you struggling with? What are some of the meals that you like to eat? Keep in rotation. Let's talk about all the things in the comments. I'll catch you in the next one.